Hello and welcome to Xbox Division 4 here at Suzuka tonight. We're wrapping up our final bit of races here this week for what I believe is round number 17, which is Suzuka. So it has been a fun week so far of races and hoping to have some more exciting action at this beautiful track here in Japan. And can't wait to enjoy it with all of you guys. So appreciate everyone who is currently tuning in and watching us here live on YouTube. If you like what you're seeing, hit that subscribe if you're new, and the like button as well. It'd be greatly appreciated. Currently on board here with Fontis, who looks to be setting his first, or he will be the one to set the first hot lap of the afternoon. He's now just at the hairpin and continue on halfway through here on his outlap. It looks like once again we're going to be joined by Cap at the Hood this week. One of our admin here at PPR. He raced last week as well at Russia here as a special guest. And can't wait to see what he can do in that beautiful banana boat with his teammate of the coach. But here we are on board with Fontis now as he comes through turn 1 and turn 2, and he's already invalidated. That is very unfortunate there for Fontis. Take it down here to Father Corn, currently on the mediums. Tire strategy tonight should be most likely a soft to medium run for most of our drivers. Oh, and Father Corn has gone off. It has not been a great start so far to qualifying. Takes us on down here to Big Mr. Brown. See if he can get his lap together here. We've had an invalidation and a car off track already, but here is Big Mr. Brown making it through Degner 1 and 2. And then up to the hairpin. So far so good here from Big Mr. Brown. Trimming up a little bit of the grass right there. As he comes through the hairpin. And he's got the Renault of the coach right behind him here on his lap. Bogging down just a little bit right there before the run up here to 130R. Ooh, and then on the grass there for Big Mr. Brown. It's definitely going to hurt his time. And then very wide and into the wall. Big Mr. Brown looked like he had it all going for him. And unfortunately, that's going to be the end of his qualifying. The coach behind him is invalidated. So this has not been the best start for some of our drivers here in qualifying. I believe we have the real Stallis who's about to cross the line. And yes, he does set the first lap with a 142.4, which is not the best lap that we're going to see tonight by any stretch of the imagination. As we go on down here to PPR, Ollie's is now set a 130.4. As time start rolling in, V-Stripes now with a 129.5. And you have Groggy as well, 31.5 on the hards, should be said. All of our top threes currently on the softs. There goes Funky Cactus as well with a 29.0 on the softs. Well done there by Funky Cactus. We got down here to Sprightly and the Mercedes. Setting his first lap of the evening on those yellow striped medium tires. Makes his run through 130R and through the final couple turns here. See where Sprightly can put himself on the board. Currently have 7 laps set. It's a little bit in the grass right there. It's going to cost him a few tenths. Across the line, that is P6 right now for Sprightly. 32.4. He's definitely want to improve on that. unfortunately, it looks like the coach now in the pits. Vexing is pushing. Vexing is definitely not here on his lap as well. So, stay on board with one of our guys who are currently in an out lap. Stay on board here with Hulk Smash and the Williams. I believe LDR Redeemer might be a little bit ahead of him. Yes, he is. So we'll keep it on board here with LDR Redeemer. And that beautiful Papaya McLaren. A lot of news surrounding McLaren and a lot of Formula One teams the past few days amid what some people would call a global pandemic. It has not been very good for that McLaren team whatsoever. And the Williams as well. We may lose Williams, and that is a very sad sight to see. Here we go with LDR Redeemer after Nick's sad news of the night. Redeemer starting off here on his lap, making his run up to turn number 1. Gonna carry as much speed as possible. Fairly nicely done there through the first 2 turns, now into 3 and up the S's. We have a yellow on circuit for a Alfa Romeo, maybe Father Corn going slowly. And very clean through sector 1 there for LDR Redeemer. It's on the soft tires as well, so see if LDR Redeemer can get himself up into the top 3 here. He's definitely got a good lap going for him so far. We now have just 10 minutes remaining in qualifying. Here we're now making his way through 130R. And through the final couple turns here. See what Redeemer crosses the line with. That's going to be a 129.8, just 3/10 outside the top 3, but that's going to be P4 right now for Redeemer. Let's take it on board here with Funky Cactus currently sitting on pole position, about to start his next lap here in qualifying in the Racing Point. See if he can find himself in the 128s here. He's just got to improve by no more than 0.5 of a second. As Fontes now has retired from the session. Looks like he's gone off at turn 1. Might be able to pick him up real quick with Night Shrimp. Oh, looks like Fontes actually caught a glimpse, put it into the pit barrier. Yes, there is Fontes. That is not an ideal spot to be whatsoever. Hopefully everyone can avoid him while that car gets cleared off the track, but it looks like it is still sitting there on the pit lane, and it is now gone. So luckily none of our other drivers got caught up by that, and that is very unfortunate for Fontes, as in that we just missed V-Stripes go fastest in qualifying with a 129.05, just barely edging out Funky Cactus. But here comes Funky Cactus on his way to best that lap. And making his run up and across the line. Can Funky Cactus do it? Yes, he can. That is a 128.7, beating his previous time by 0.3 of a second. Very well done there from Funky Cactus. We go on board here with Groggy here, who's struggling massively. Definitely not going to improve on his time whatsoever there. Going down the nice rim. Hasn't set a time so far in qualifying, but finally across the line. And it'll be provisionally P7 with a 131.0. Now on board with the real Solace. Looking to really improve on that 142, and he definitely will. It's going to be a 131.1, besting out of his teammate right now, Groggy, as Real Solace is 4/10 ahead of him. As it looks like we have, and the yellow is gone out of nowhere. As we'll keep it on board here with Vexing Track. Has to improve by at least half a second here to steal pole position from his teammate. Let's see if Vexing has it in him. Got 5.5 minutes left in qualifying, so this may be Vexing Track's last run of the afternoon. Going to be cutting it really close. Trying to come back into the pits to get another lap in. Don't think he's going to be able to do so. So this will be Vexing Track's last run of the evening here in qualifying before the start of the race. So see if he can put it all together here. Oh, and he definitely can't, but luckily he's going to have enough time to bring it back into the pits and go again. Looks like the only car we really have out on track right now setting a lap then will be the Renault of Capita Hood. Hasn't set a time so far here in qualifying. And he is trying to tackle Suzuka on the pad. Don't know if that's the best idea for Cap, who normally does not race on the pad. He is definitely a wheel boy for life. But nonetheless, we will stick it on board here with Hulk Smash. As you see the other Renault of the coach now mowing the grass as well. But not a great look for the Renault team. As they have yet to set a time, and the only other driver to do so is the one we're on board with right now, and that is Hulk Smash in the Williams. So we'll see what Hulk can do here as we have a lot of people about to come out of the pits in just about a minute or so, as Hulk has somehow put it in the barrier going very slowly. I believe Vexing Track's going again here on the softs. Opted not to pit for new ones. He's just going to go again on these. So maybe because he knew that he was going to have more than enough track ahead of him in clean air, that he's just going to go again out here on the softs. Not too worried about the tire wear, as he goes purple through sector 1. He's up 0.3 of a second. That's already going to put him to P2 if he can maintain his pace from his first lap in qualifying. But so far, so good here from Vexing Track. He's trying to steal pole position away from his teammate of Funky Cactus. Been quite a tidy lap so far from Vexing Track. The rest of the run is pretty simple from here. Just gotta keep the back end stable through the final chicane, and we'll see what Vexing Track can set here. Oh, goes a little bit too wide right there. Gets across the bump and across the line. It's going to be close. It's only 129.3. So he definitely lost some time out those final few corners. That's unfortunate for him. We have Night Shrimp doing some donuts in the gravel at the moment. Definitely went off on track. That's unfortunate for him. Father Corn now has retired from the session in the pits. Night Shrimp is spinning everywhere. He's definitely struggling right now after lighting up those rear tires. So taking on board here with Orange Crush, see if he can get himself into the top 10. Yes, he can. That's a 130.5 there from Orange Crush on the softs. Currently P6 for Orange Crush. Fairly nicely done from him. Staying on board here with the coach, who's currently the front runner of everyone out setting their final laps of the afternoon. See if he can get Renault in the top 10. I'm unsure that he can after his struggles so far in qualifying, but this is a last ditch effort here for Renault, as it looks like Captain Hood will not be setting a lap time whatsoever here in qualifying. Coach now coming across the line. Will it be good enough? It will be good enough for 10th place so far in the session. Boosted Media, or Boosted GMC, excuse me, going P11, followed by Funky Cactus, who even bests his time even more with a 27.9. Very nicely done there from him. Taking on board here with McLaren of LDR Redeemer, our next runner up to the line. Saying that he's gone purple through sector 2. Unsure if that's true. We'll see as he comes across the line. Definitely not going to make it in the 127s. Looks like that's an anomaly there with Funky Cactus. He won't even best his time, so he's went purple through sector 3, so he must have had some sort of issue through the first sector of his lap. We're back on board here with Night Shrimp after completely destroying his tires. He still went again to set another lap. Unsure why his tires are not going to feel good during the race, but that's P5 there for Night Shrimp with a 30.0. Now take it on down here to PPR Ollies, who might be challenging for a front row spot on the grid. Won't be able to snatch P1, but he might be able to steal P2 here. Oh no, he's definitely going to be short here. That's only going to be P4 there for Ollies. This is 29.8, but that's the second row of the grid for the Williams driver. And that should be the end of qualifying here tonight. Unfortunately, we had, I believe, 2 DNFs in the session and 3 drivers unable to set a time. So, unfortunate for those guys, but top 3 is Funky Cactus, V-Stripes, and Vexing Track, with PPR Ollies just shortly outside there in 4th place, but will be locked out there on the second row of the grid for the race. We now just wait for everyone to get back on their grid boxes and Cody's to wrap up qualifying here so we can get to the race, and there we have it. And as we take one more look here, Funky Cactus just on a different playing field so far tonight. Nearly a second up from his closest competitor in second place, V-Stripes. And there we have it, Vexing Track, Ollies Redeemer, Night Shrimp, Orange Crush, all starting on the softs. And then we have Father Corn and Alfa Romeo on the mediums there in 8th. See how he can fare on that alternate strategy. And followed by him is the real stalls. And the coach rounding out the top 10. The coach getting Renault in the top 10 after their poor qualifying. He snuck out one final lap. As a lot of people in our Discord are going wild about Funky Cactus's amazing lap there. As indeed it was. And as we wait for all our drivers to load up their setups, get fuel in the cars, set all of that good stuff before the race and the formation lap, we are going to take a quick 30-second break, and we'll be right back with you guys here at PPR Esports. I am PPR Nick. And here we are for the start of the formation lap. Funky Cactus leading off the group. And while he does that, we will take you down a quick run through of the standings so far here for Xbox Division 4. Vexing Track currently leading the championship by 30 points over his teammate of Funky Cactus. Vexing, however, I believe that stat is wrong. That is not a 30-point lead. That is a quick mass here tonight from PPR Nick, and that is actually a only 23-point lead that Vexing Track has over Funky Cactus. And next, after Vexing Track and Funky, is LER Redeemer there in third place with 162 points. A very much dark horse here for the championship. And after them is PV9 Magic with 109, and then we follow up with Orange Crush in fifth, Big Mr. Brown in sixth, Ollie seventh, Father Corn, Fontes, and Groggy all rounding out the top 10. So the championship battle is definitely just stuck now between Vexing Track and Funky Cactus, who, with 5 races left to go in the season, still can't count out LDR Redeemer, who's a total of 46 points back so far. But he's going to have quite the ways to go, especially tonight, sitting in 5th place if he wants to somehow crawl back into the championship fight. But this is definitely going to be Funky Cactus's night to really come back here in the championship after losing out some crucial points to his teammate last week in Russia. Vexing finishing second on the podium, Funky finishing in 5th after a very controversial stop there at Russia. But nonetheless, it's a new night, it's a new race, a new track, and it's all up to Funky Cactus to bring it home and cut down this championship lead from his teammate. As we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go. The real Stalis getting disqualified already for jumping the start. V-Stripe's getting out a great run on Funky. He might be able to get the move done here. Come through turn 1. Yes, he does. Funky is second. There is Vexing in third. Oh, Funky's gone off. Funky has gone off and into the gravel. That is unfortunate there for the Racing Point driver. He may just see even more of a championship slip away. We see Nice Shrimp nearly going off there in the distance. Right behind him is the coach. The coach making a run up here. Oh, and there goes Nice Shrimp. Nice Shrimp is off into the wall, losing the back end. Other than that, most of our grid keeping it clean, having some drivers make some offs. Toro Rosso's nearly getting into a tangle there out of Degna 2. Take it back up here to the top. Actually got Groggy trying to make it around the outside of two Toro Rossos. Might lose out a place here to Big Mr. Brown. A lot of action going on the back of the grid right now. Take it up to the top three here. They're all making a run. PPR always now find himself in the P3, followed by Redeemer there in fourth. Toro Rosso still having a battle here. These guys showing no love towards each other. Teammates or not, they just don't care. And there goes Groggy down the inside of Boosted GMC. And he gets the move done for P10. Nicely done there from Groggy. We're now on lap 2 of the race. It was already won. Well, actually a DSQ instead of a DNF, as the real stallist jumped the start by a mile. Not too sure what went wrong there with him. But now on board here with LDR Redeemer, checks down the Williams of PPR Ollies. I'll bring up that tire there for you guys. Oh, and there goes the Williams of Hulk Smash. He is off at turn number 4. Unfortunate there for the Williams team. And it looks like Vexing Track now is making a run here on V-Stripes. Vexing really looking to take a commanding lead now in his championship. That Funky Cactus is going to have a long way to go. He's sitting P13. But if anything, we know from qualifying, Funky definitely has the pace. But he's going to have to get through a slew of cars to get himself back up here in the fight. And speaking of fight, here comes Vexing Track down the inside of V-Stripes. V-Stripes trying to hold him off. Oh, they make a little bit of a touch. Looks like Vexing's going to give the spot back. Knowing that. Oh, and looks like V-Stripes now either accidentally let off the throttle or let Vexing Track by, so you get a good run coming to turn 1. Uncertain what V-Stripes trying to do there, but that is now Vexing Track in the first place. Funky Cactus setting the fastest lap of the race so far, and DRS is enabled. See V-Stripes really struggling right there with the back end. Shouldn't have to worry too much right now about tire wear, so we're just getting a little too confident there on the throttle. You can definitely see it by the way that back end's really sliding out on him. He's got PPR Ollie's on the charge now. Ollie's trying to find himself up into P2, which would be great for the Williams team. V-Stripes just sitting his Red Bull in the middle of the track there to not give Ollie's an advantage. But Ollie's is definitely going to try to set him up now through 130R, see if we can get a good run out. That something's gone wrong in the back of the grid with Fontes and Big Mr. Brown. They're both off. Unsure what happened with those two. Luckily, both of them are back on the circuit and still running with no apparent damage. So unsure what happened with those guys. But here comes LDR Redeemer now, getting into grips with Ollie's. Got quite the train between first, second, third, and fourth. Taking on down here to Father Corn. It looks like he's lost out some places. Well, taking on board here with Funky Cactus, who's already picked himself back up into P8 and is making a charge through the field here on lap 4. Oh, and Groggy now getting on the grass, forces Funky to lock up there, trying to avoid any potential contact with the Haas driver. See if he can get a run here now on Groggy. Looks like he will. Go around the outside here. Groggy going to defend on the inside. And very close for comfort. But there goes Funky Cactus now down the inside of Groggy. Not much that the Haas driver can do. Now just going to watch that racing point fly off into the distance. So back up to the battle for third place at the moment. It is LER Redeemer looking to get around PPR. Has yet to do so. Looks like he might get it done here through turn one. No, he's going to back off. Didn't want to send it through quite yet. But he's definitely sending Ollies the message that he is here to stay. Oh, and it looks like something's gone wrong with Captain Hood. We just took it on board with him. He was looking to get in a close battle there with Boosted GMC, but nope, that is Captain Hood off the circuit. That is unfortunate for the Renault driver. Is on board here with V-Stripes, who's currently sitting in second position. Still more than half a second back from Vexing Track in first place. But speaking of racing points, back on board again with Funky Cactus, looking to get another move done here on Sprightly. Not much Sprightly can do. Sprightly not getting nearly as good as a run as Funky did. Funky gonna trim the grass with Sprightly there and get himself promoted up into sixth place. He's now got the time penalty infested Red Bull of Orange Crush in front of him. I believe Orange Crush already has 9 seconds of penalties. Funky once again setting the fastest lap of the race here. He is on a charge. As he is nearing very closely to Orange Crush there. We'll look at LDR Redeemer if he's got anything going with Ollies up front. Doesn't look like there's nothing going there so far for Redeemer. So back on board here with Funky Cactus to battle for P5 at the moment. He gets a great run out Degner 1 and Degner 2. Might be able to send it down here at the hairpin, but Orange Crush really not showing any space available. So Funky's going to have to wait to make his move. Top three is now all spaced out within a second interval of each other. We're now on lap 6, so those guys starting to edge each other out just a little bit, but just one mistake will bring them right back into a battle. Funky going a little bit wide. Definitely hurting his run up here. Don't think he's going to be able to catch Orange Crush yet. He might have to wait until turn 1 now to set up a move. That's definitely what it looks like here for the Racing Point driver. He has had a great recovery so far after going off track on lap 1. We've got DRS enabled here. Orange Crush, oh, swings it down the inside right there. Very, very risky from the Red Bull driver. Oh, and it looks like Funky's gone wide after getting the move done on Orange Crush. Oh, and Orange Crush nearly taking himself off the track. He is not making this easy whatsoever for Funky. Funky now trying to build up a run here, right on the gearbox of that Red Bull. He knows that Orange Crush has been struggling here through Degner 1 and 2. He gets a great run out, but still doesn't look like he's got enough space to make a dive down the inside here at the hairpin, so still going to be right behind him. And that's leaving Sprightly somewhat in the mix. But it looks like Sprightly's now falling out just a little bit from that. He had a chance to take advantage of this battle, but doesn't look like he has the pace to do so. See if Funky can finally get it done. Looks like he will. Not much Orange Crush to be able to do there, as Funky now finds himself into 5th place, but lost a lot of time in that battle with Orange Crush. This is now 5 seconds back from PPR Ollies. Go on board here with Sprightly, who's just been overtaken by Groggy. Ollie still sitting in 4th place after being overtaken there from Redeemer. We're getting very close to the pit window, and we have a yellow flag for, I believe, is Night Shrimp in the back. These drivers starting to pull up to the pit window. Softs go about 10 to 11 laps here at Suzuka. So all of our guys on the softs are definitely going to start filling the tire wear now. We'll just see who's the first one to react and come into the pits. Gotta say, it's been wonderful to see no sort of safety car whatsoever out so far here in the race, as everyone is keeping it fairly clean, and gotta love it as I say that. And it looks like we have boosted GMC off. I take that back. He is back on circuit, so that must have just been really quick there from him. As Groggy and Orange Crush are going side by side, they're getting a little bit of a touch, and Orange Crush has just completely lost it, and it looks like he's made contact now. I'm uncertain who that was. Looked like he made contact with someone on circuit. Couldn't quite make out who that was, but Orange Crush, after taking a bump there with Groggy, just was unable to really get the car back and settled, and it's unfortunate for him. He's fallen all the way back now into 8th place. Got V-Stripes getting a move done here on the coach. V-Stripes opting for the hards. See how that plays out for him as the coach now cutting some of the grass. Got another car off circuit. That is Sprightly, so a lot of things really shaking out here as we get to the pit window. A lot of guys really struggling with their tires. One guy who looks like he isn't is Fontes, who gets a move done there on the coach for P10. The coach falling outside of the points, who was looking to pick up Renault's only point of the afternoon. Doesn't look like he's going to do so far. Now take it on back here with Groggy. Who is somehow battling once again here with Orange Crush. After Orange Crush just completely losing it last lap. Groggy looking to get a move done here on Father Corn. Don't know if Groggy's gonna be able to do so. Gonna have DRS enabled. This might be too easy for him. Father Corn just lets him by. We now have Vexing Track and Sprightly as well into the pits. Funky up in the 3rd at the moment. Yet the pit as well. LER Redeemer, PPR Ollie is running out 1st and 2nd. See how the pit stops really shake up our grid and who can benefit the most from staying out or trying to get the undercut. Oh, and there goes Groggy. He is sideways. Gravel trap. Hopefully he can regain safely on track, but he's going to lose a lot of positions off of that. Unfortunately there for Groggy. Sit on board here with Orange Crush. See if he has anything for Father Corn, or if he's just going to bring it into the pits this lap. Father Corn on the mediums, going to be able to stretch out his first stint much longer than the rest of our grid. So at some point we may see Father Corn up into 1st place maybe even lead a lap there in that Alfa Romeo, as Ollie's and Funky Cactus have now both brought it into the pits. See if Orange Crush does the same. No, he doesn't. He's going to stay out another lap here on the softs. He feels comfortable in doing so. He's got the slipstream here with Father Corn, so Father Corn might just be able to lead him ahead. Might not lose too much time here. See how that works out for him. See where Funky Cactus comes out on circuit. Looks like that's going to be P8 for the Racing Point driver, with PPR Ollie's just ahead of him. Vexing Track, preliminary first place after our top 3 stop, is about 3 seconds there ahead of Fontis, or I'm sorry, V-Stripes in 5th place. But it has to be said, Vexing Track, V-Stripes both opting for the hards. Funky opting for the mediums. Oh, and Orange Crush opting to nearly go off track. Well, taking on board here with Funky. Looks like he's going to get that move done on Ollie's fairly easily through the hairpin. So Funky now finds himself into 6th position. And with V-Stripes and Vexing Track both on the hards, this might be Funky's time to really prounce and get himself back up in the 1st place after our front 3 drivers pit. And speaking of that, let's see if LDR Redeemer decided not to bring it in. See if Orange Crush stays out another lap. No, Orange Crush definitely bring it in. Can't make it go any longer. That's going to put Vexing Track now into 3rd place. And Orange Crush bringing up a 5-second time penalty. He has really been the king of time penalties so far this afternoon. We got Fontis on a Capta Hood at the moment. Capta Hood finds himself in 8th place. Fontis in 9th. Both guys yet to pit. Oh no, and Capta Hood has gone off. It looks like we're just not good for the Renault of Cap. Every time we've gone on board with him, he has gone off circuit. And that is unfortunate there for Capta Hood. He now finds himself in the 10th, and he's going to have to stop. And he presumably is going to have to put on the hards because he's already on the mediums. Hopefully PP9 Magic can just get around Cap here. As Cap lets him by, as he's going to really struggle to bring back home that Renault into the garage to get a wing change and new tires. Unsure what he's going to do, as LDR Redeemer is finally hopping into the pits. See where he comes out. Throwing on the mediums. Went very long there on the soft. See how that plays out for him. Got Father Corn now, who's yet to stop, gonna overtake him. But LDR Redeemer coming out of the pits is gonna be overtaken there from Vexing, V-Stripes, and Funky Cactus. And he's gonna beat out PPR Ollie, so LDR Redeemer now up into 5th, with PPR Ollie's shortly behind him by just half a second. We see Capta Hood now picking up a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, presumably just struggling to brake with that broken front wing. As Funky Cactus picks up his first time penalty of the afternoon, that is 3 seconds for him. That could play a crucial role in the race by the end of lap 27. Taking on board here with Vexing Track, who's on the hards, but he's got much fresher tires than Father Corn. Doesn't look like Father Corn is going to fight it too much as Vexing Track gets by him. Capta Hood has retired and gone off. This might bring out a safety car. Yes, it does. This is perfect timing for Father Corn. Father Corn is going to get almost a free pit stop here. and staying out is definitely going to help him. See how far back he ends up going. We got a lot of guys now all coming to the pits. Everyone that was out on the mediums really going to benefit from this. Well, actually, I say that they're going to have to opt for the softs and hope they go till the end, which undoubtedly probably going to restart the race at lap 17. So it's going to be a little bit of a stretch there on the softs, but they can definitely do it. So this safety car really helping out those guys. Also helping out Funky Cactus here, who's now going to be third place on the mediums, fresher mediums, and the front two in front of him are both on the hard. So this is very, very good there for Funky Cactus and his championship hopes. You also have PPR Ollie's a little bit of dark horse now for the podium. He's on mediums as well, but they're going to have Father Corn and LER Redeemer right behind them on soft. So it's going to be an interesting restart to the race. Got to thank Cap the Hood for that after been in it through what I believe was either turn 1 or 2. Could have been 3 or 4, because as we did not pick him up as he lost it through the S's, but he's really struggling on the pad. Got to admire Cap's efforts, just trying to have some fun. But Suzuka is definitely not a fun circuit when it comes to pad, at least from my experiences. But it looks like our grid is now not going to change under the safety car unless someone else comes in the pit. So we have Vexing Rat, V Stripes, Funky Cactus, 1, 2, and 3, followed by Ollie's, Father Corn, LER Redeemer, Sprightly, Big Miss Brown, Fontes, and the Coach rounding out the top 10. The Coach finally trying to sneak in that 1 point for our beloved Banana Boat boys. Hopefully he can do so. Cap has now left the session. RIP to Cap, our first official DNF of the afternoon. 15 laps in. Gotta say that is great to see. As while we are under safety car, gonna look through the biggest winners so far today. Looks like that's gonna be Big Mr. Brown, who's made up 9 places so far. Sitting there in 8th. Vexing up 2, Father Corn 3, Sprightly as well up 3, and Fontes 5. So definitely some big wins from those guys. PV9 Magic, if he can find himself in the points as well, he's already up 6 spots after starting in last place. See who has the fastest lap so far in the race. Looks like that's going to be Funky Cactus at the moment. Funky's got a 1:32.2. However, some of our guys on the softs wonder if they can maybe make a charge for that, but it is quite a lap there that Funky Cactus put in earlier in his first stint in the race. I believe that was lap number 6 that Funky Cactus set that fastest lap time on. So now all we wait is for the safety car to come back in. Definitely doesn't look like it's going to do so this lap, as we have guys like Hulk Smash very far back as he is just now coming up the S's. So safety car at least be out for another lap. So probably going to restart what I assume is going to be on lap 17. The only question is going to be how our drivers who pitted for the softs are going to fare. That's Father Corn, Redeemer, and Big Mr. Brown. And McLaren could really pick up some decent points if they can put it all together on those softs. But by the end of the race, they're really going to be shot. So got to see how it's going to go for those guys. And while we wait for the safety car to make another lap around the track before we get back to racing, going to take another 30-second break here. Smart in the booth. We'll be right back with you guys. And we are back. Hopefully we see the safety car come in this lap. As I am definitely ready to get back and underway for racing. The whole grid is back, so safety car should be in this lap. Should have a nice little shootout till the end with just 10 laps remaining. And be sure, if you haven't already, to check out our website, PPR Esports. Got a lot of information on there. We have blogs as well. We get a few posted every week with some great reads. And also check out our Instagram, Twitter as well, which are all linked on our website. Those are PPR_esports for both our Instagram and our Twitter. Go ahead and give us a follow over there as well if you would like. Keep up with the news, catch some memes and some great content as well. So a lot of stuff on there for you guys. And it looks like we are about to get back underway for racing. Vexing Track's going to lead us out here. Safety car is in. Hopefully everyone keeps it clean. And there, Vexing Track is off. V-Stripe's getting a great run with him as well. Funky, not so much. Funky's still in third. Looks like Father Corn already getting it past Redeemer there. Father Corn really sending it through turn one. What a great move there from him. We got Ollie's Redeemer and Father Corn all just inches from each other. Father Corn really getting a great run now here on Ollie's. He's just feeling great. Oh, and that looks like we have Hulk Smash off on circuit, but he is back up and running again very nicely from him. On board here with Funky Cactus, who's trying to get a move done here on V-Stripes. Unfortunately, it looks like he has the engine glitch. Yes, he does, so won't be able to stick with his onboard. But see if he can make a run here at V-Stripes nonetheless. Doesn't look like he's going to get it through here at 130R. He's going to try to set it up at the chicane. No, he is not. Father Corn, however, is getting a great run on Ollie's. Ollie's picking up a 5-second time for exceeding track limits. Very odd. May have cut the chicane there. Father Corn doing everything he can to get past Ollie's. He's trying to get up there for the battle for the podium spots. But Ollie's just not letting him by. Really holding a very defensive line so far here on Father Corn. Oh no, and it looks like Sprightly now has gone off circuit. I believe he's battling it out with Orange Crush there. They must have made contact. And we got another car off as well. It's the Coach and the Renault. As Renault's gonna see any chance of a point just fly out the window now. Top five is all so close to one another. As Vexing Track is slowly building up a little bit of a gap here. Oh, and it looks like V-Stripes really struggling there. It looks like Funky Cactus might be able to get a good run on him. Funky Cactus down the inside here. They're going side by side through 130R. Looks like V-Stripes is going to lose out. Yes, he is. He's going to try to make a move back on Funky. Funky doesn't defend the inside line there. Doesn't fear that V-Stripes is going to take a shot. And he does not. Funky's going to get a great run, though, out of here. He's not going to have DRS. And DRS has actually just been enabled. Neither will V-Stripes. Father Corn, however, cannot seem to get past PPR Ollie's. Oh, but look, there goes LDR Redeemer out of nowhere. Just completely sending it. Redeemer now up into 5th position. Well done there from LDR Redeemer. He's not going to try to fight his way up and past PPR Ollies. Nothing going at the hairpin so far here. Corn right behind them as well. We have another yellow on circuit. Boosted GMC has gone off. And they're going to be under VSC, and that is terrible for LDR Redeemer. He was side by side with Ollies. Looked like he was going to get the move done, so it's going to see whoever can get the best run out of the VSC. Got our championship rivals and teammates as well of Funky Cactus and Vexing Track sitting first and second. Funky has made a great recovery drive after his off on lap 1. And he's looking to steal away this race win from his teammate. DRS is enabled. We are back to racing. Taking on down here to LDR Redeemer. See if he can finally get around Ollies. Not really going to see any overtaking opportunities through the S's, but he's gotten a great run outside of him, and it looks like he's going to finally get that move done on Ollies. V-Stripes now also picking up a 3-second time penalty, so he's on par with Funky Cactus. Unsure if Vexing Track has one, so that might be a decider here by the end of the race. Oh, and nearly losing it is PPR Ollie's Father Corn, almost getting caught up in that. Father Corn now picking himself up into 5th place. Very nicely done there from the Alfa Romeo to avoid contact and get the position. But he's now going to be pretty far back from LDR Redeemer. Fontas now trying to make a run here on Ollie's. Ollie's losing so many places. Maybe struggling now on semi-worn medium tires, but Ollie's now back into 7th. Still looking for a points finish, however, for the Williams team, but not one he may have wanted. At one point, he was in the top 3. Here comes Fontas now, Father Corn. Father Corn defending down the inside. Fontas has to hold off, but nonetheless, that was really all Father Corn could do. Fontas, though, on the hards, still at risk of losing that position. We'll take it on board here with Funky Cactus. The battle for the lead. Oh, something's gone wrong with V-Stripes. V-Stripes is off. He has lost out on his podium. And there it goes, Redeemer now into the top 3. Fontas shortly behind them now in 4th place. Fontas is also on the hard tires. Not sure how he's doing it, but he's beating out the soft runners right now on the hardest compound of tires. Quite some amazing stuff there from the Toro Rosso driver. But we got the pair of racing points battling it out here. Vexing Track first in the championship. Funky second. And Funky's now going to shoot it down the inside. He's going to get that move done on Vexing Track. See if Vexing has anything to fight back with. He's going to get DRS now. There you see it. He's going to make a run on the outside now of Funky. Oh, just can't make it stick, but Funky might have gone a little too wide. Vexing Track, though, didn't take advantage of it. He's going to lose out now, and he might be at risk of letting Funky run off in the distance. Vexing Track just not trying to bounce on the opportunity that was given to him, and he might not have had the grip as well to do so on those hards. So he may see this win slip out of his grasps. We'll take on down here to PV9 Magic. once again, we might see Ollie's get overtaken here at the hairpin. Looks like Ollie's just going to back out of it. And PP9 Magic will have the overtake done. Ollie's now back down to P7 at the moment. Still, however, has a chance to fight with PP9 Magic. But it doesn't look like Ollie's quite has the confidence or maybe even the grip in those tires to do so, as he's really been struggling here the final few laps. We're now on lap 22 of 27, and there goes the Renault of the coach. It has been a horrible day for Renault, as they see the coach fall all the way back now into 13th position. LDR Redeemer stealing the fastest lap of the race, however. That's gonna hurt Funky Cactus. Funky needs every point he can get, and that is one that he won't, as Funky previously owned the fastest lap of the race until that point. Ollie's still keeping it fairly close here to PP9 Magic, but doesn't look like he's going to catch up to the Ferrari driver. He's now falling outside of second. However, Father Corn may be at risk here, as we have another car off circuit. That is Sprightly. See if we can pick him up here. Sprightly has retired, and yes, he lost it out of turn 4 and really just sent it right in the barrier. It's going to be under VSC conditions, as Orange Crush now has gotten a drive-through penalty for speeding under VSC, and he was sitting right outside the points. So it has been a wild end to this race. There's still 5 laps remaining. All right, excuse me, 4 laps remaining, as I am unable to do math. PP9 Magic trying to set up a move here on Father Corn. Yep, VSC is gone. DRS enabled. PP9 Magic might be able to do it here on Father Corn, but let's see if Corn can hold him off. Corn not defending. He's gonna stick it on the outside. He got Ollie's. I'm sorry, I'm unsure if that was actually Ollie's there, but we had a Williams. May have been Hulk Smash. Yes, it was Hulk Smash. PP9 Magic now getting that move done on Father Corn. He's now up into 5th place. Father Corn's falling back now into 6th. Undoubtedly, those softs are starting to fall off now from these guys, after having to pit a little bit earlier than expected, as the coach is off on circuit. Hulk Smash is off as well. He looks like he's back up and running. But it just looks like after the first 16, or I should say first 15 laps of the race, were very, very clean, slow, with a few overtakes. The last half of this race has really been something else. We've seen multiple cars lose it, a ton of overtakes, and just it's really a tale of 2 different races now here at the back end. See if Ollie's going to lose out on another spot. Oh, he really loses the back end there off the bump. V-Stripe's going to have no issue here overtaking Ollie's, as Ollie's now falls back all the way to P8. He's just not been able to maintain position the final 10 laps of this race. All he's doing is just falling further back on the grid. Got Karagi trying to pick up one final spot now on Big Mr. Brown. Orange Crush is retired from the session after trying to serve a drive-through. He picked up another 5-second time penalty for speeding in pit lane. So you're just going to call that an afternoon now. So we'll be left with 12 runners. See if Groggy can pick up a extra point here from Big Mr. Brown. Groggy on the mediums, Big Mr. Brown on the softs. It's really just going to be a tale of whose tires have more life in them at the moment. It looks like Funky Cactus is outside of that 3-second time penalty that he acquired, so he looks to be on for a race win here tonight. Please excuse my voice. That has been going in and out tonight. Groggy now trying to make a run on Big Mr. Brown for P9. Looks like he's going to throw it down the inside. Onto the grass just a little bit. Looks like he's going to get that done. Big Mr. Brown not fighting it off whatsoever. Not sure if he's going to be able to get back here at Groggy or not. The closest battle we have currently on track, because after all the varying tire strategies and that safety car coming out is really just ultimately changed the entire aspect of this race, as our top three are all on different tires, and that is not something you see very often. Funky on the mediums, Vexing on the hards, and then you have LDR Redeemer here in third on the softs. And he's going to be trying to fight off Fontes, and then we take it now down to Fontes. Fontes has gone off on track, rejoined safely, avoiding the Red Bull there of V-Stripes. V-Stripes now finds himself up in the 6th. Fontes doesn't look like he's at risk of losing the spot to Ollie's. That is unfortunate for the Toro Rosso driver. He's looking at a P4 finish tonight. We're now on the final lap of the race, and Fontes maybe get back at his sister team there of V-Stripes and the Red Bull. I don't think he's going to be able to make a move here. Turn 1 is going to be really risky if he does. And no, he is not going to. Fontes still has a chance to pick up 6th place. Unsure where his time penalties lie so far, but on track, he's got the battle here for 6th. Top 3 is Funky, Vexing, and LDR Redeemer. It looks like that top 3 is all going to stay the same, barring any crazy time penalties. So it looks like we're going to have a double racing point, 1 and 2 tonight. That is kind of redundant, but you guys, you know what I mean. As the last lap of the week here for our F1 races. We got Fontes trying to pick up one more spot here on V-Stripes. V-Stripes has gone 18 laps on those hards. That is insane, but let's take it up here to Funky Cactus, who's going to come across the line nearly 6 seconds ahead of his teammate for the race win, and cutting down the gap in the championship. Here comes Vexing Track for 2nd place. Now LDR Redeemer for 3rd. PV9 Magic rounding it out for 4th here. Followed by Father Corn. Fontes edging out V-Stripes with penalties. Ollie's losing out to Groggy after penalties. Here comes Big Mr. Brown, picking himself up into 8th now after penalties. And the final 2 is going to be Night Shrimp now making out a lonely stretch here in 11th, after Hulk Smash already was retired. Let's take it here to Funky Cactus, the winner of the Japanese Grand Prix, as we will have 4 races left in the season after tonight. And Funky is cut down 8 points into that championship lead that Vexing Track had over him. Funky now unofficially only 15 points back from his teammate. These guys are looking to have a great fight till the end of the season, undoubtedly. Hats off to Funky Cactus. We'll see if we can get these guys in for driver interviews. It looks like we definitely have time for it. And we are now joined from the winner of the race, that is Funky Cactus. How are you feeling, man?
Tired. It was actually really exhausting, especially after the part.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, you had that off at turn, I believe it was turn 2 on lap 1. But, I mean, you were second faster than everyone else in qualifying. We didn't really doubt that you could come back, but, I mean, that was quite the drive. I mean, what was your mindset kind of after going off there on the lap 1?
It was to a push, obviously, but I was also trying to keep my cool after what happened. What happened was my car lost grip and I went off. But after that, I just tried to keep a cool mind and I brought it home.
Yeah, and now, unofficially, I believe, I'm not the greatest at math, but I believe you're only 15 points back now from your teammate at Vexing Track. How have you guys been going about it? I mean, you guys are teammates as well, so you guys kept it pretty clean so far this season. What's the mindset, though, coming in? You got 4 races left, and you guys are really duking it out for the championship battle.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. But there's a lot of respect though, so it's definitely gonna be fun.
Yeah, and Redeemer just telling me that his mic is non-existent. So yeah, just got you guys. But yeah, I mean, you guys kept it pretty clean so far this season. I want to talk to you, Vexing, about the race. Did you think that you're gonna be able to hold off Funky at all there? I mean, he definitely showed that he had the pace.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess did you go soft to medium?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess hards was the wrong call because my hards weren't even really worn at the end. So I think you obviously had the pace just on the track. You were second quicker, but the tires probably didn't help me either. But yeah.
Yeah, but nonetheless, I mean, you guys have been doing a great job for Racing Point. Gotta check championship standings, but you guys are definitely nearing very close to taking away the constructor standings by a mile. So hats off to you guys for that, and can't wait to see what you guys have in store for us for the next 4 races as we see which one of you guys can pull out the championship by the end of the season. So congrats to both of you guys for the podiums, and can't wait to see what goes on for the rest of the season.
Thanks.